Good afternoon, Raider Nation, and welcome to the Jon Gruden Press Conference Show presented by Intermountain Healthcare. I'm your host, Vince Sapienza, alongside a Raiders legend, Eric Allen. Week 4 is in the books, and EA, I like to say, you don't win or lose, you win or learn, and that's what we saw last night on the Monday night matchup with the Los Angeles Chargers. So what did we learn about the Silver and Black following week 4?
Learned a lot about our football team. Again, that ability to be able to bounce back after difficult starts. But we understand that this Charger football team is a legit football team. And I thought going to the game, this was the two most complete rosters in the AFC West. Offense and defense, pass rusher, defensive back play, quiet level quarterback play. But the Chargers were on their game. And they did an outstanding job of both being prepared, making those plays they needed to, and then stopping that momentum. Because all those great Raider fans in the building, right? Stopping that momentum in the fourth quarter, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get it done.
Now, over the next half hour, we're going to break down what we saw last night, along with what Jon Gruden has to say following that 28-14 loss to the Chargers, and then we're going to hear from Jon Gruden right after the break. So stay with us here on the Jon Gruden Press Conference Show.
Jon Gruden Press Conference Live is brought to you by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now, only at Allegiant.com.
Welcome back to the Jon Gruden Press Conference Show presented by Intermountain Healthcare. Vince Sapienza, Eric Allen. We're going to break down the 28-14 loss from Week 4. But first, we're going to hear from the coach himself, Jon Gruden, talking about last night's game.
We still have several players that are getting MRIs and imaging, but Derek Carrier hurt his pec. Damon Arnett is being looked at with a groin injury, and Trayvon Mullins' foot. Peyton Barber left the game. He's got a toe problem we're still looking into. I'm sure there's a couple other guys, but I'll be happy to answer any questions I can.
John, I asked Derek yesterday about things he could identify for the slow start. I'm not asking you to stand up there and call your players out, but are there things that you've identified after watching the film specifically?
Yeah, there's obvious things that we have to do. You know, we have to pass protect better early in games. Sometimes it's been a number of things. We've had errant shotgun snaps. You know, I've got to call some better plays, no doubt. We got to get our running game going at some point early in a game. But we just haven't done very well early in games, let's be honest. And that needs to change.
John, when it comes to getting the running game going earlier, how fine is that line between scheme and skill and, I guess, desire to make that happen up front?
We've just had a lot of moving parts, you know. I mean, different running backs. You know, we've had a number of different offensive linemen. We knew we were going to be young up front to start the year, but you know, we lost a couple guards. It's not been easy. We brought in some new players that we really didn't even have during training camp. So it's a work in progress, and it's not easy. It's a tough thing to do in this league, running the football. And we're going to continue to work at it and get better at it.
Coach, despite the small difficulties he's had as a rookie, as all offensive linemen have, what do you think is the base area of improvement you've seen out of Alex Leatherwood?
Well, look, he's a work in progress. He's competing. He does have some things to clean up, as we all do. But he's mentally tough. He's athletic. I think he'll continue to get better and better the more he plays. But there's going to be some growing pains. But he's athletic. You know, he's long-armed. He's got some strength. We just got to have more consistency from everybody, me included.
Go ahead.
But did you like your team's response coming out of halftime? It seemed like they really did change and turn things around.
Yeah, I did. You know, we go back, we look at it, the first third down of the game, I think we had a ball dropped. The next third down, I think Darren Waller's uncovered, no one covered him. We got sacked. We had a spot reversal on an inches situation. We had a taunting penalty. We had some things that we got to clean up, no doubt. But I did like the response. Anytime you make a 21-0 game, 21-14, and you have the ball in the fourth quarter going in, there's some good things that we did in that third quarter early in the fourth. But like I said last night, when you get knocked down 3 times in the first round, it's hard to win the fight.
How impressive was that the Hunter Renfrow play to you?
One of the best plays I've ever seen. One of the best plays I have ever seen. Effort, instincts, understanding the game, and making the play. This guy's an amazing football player, and I wish we had 4 of those guys. He's something else.
John, you can't go to the Walmart and just pick up NFL linemen, so I'm curious, when you look at Jimmy Morrissey, he has a lot of experience at guard also. As the numbers dwindle and you maybe having trouble finding guys, are you seeing enough out of him to at least consider a move up?
We're considering all options, but we like our linemen. We really do. We did have we did have some pretty good outings. We're not going to hit the panic button. We got to keep coaching. We got to keep developing these guys, and sometimes the medicine is what we all need. We all need the taste of that medicine, even though we don't like the taste. You gotta get back to work. You gotta get back on the horse. That horse will throw you off once in a while. And if you know anything about Bosa and some of these guys in this league, they're pretty good at throwing you off your horse. So you got to be mentally tough and keep fighting.
I know Darren said he didn't intend to spike the ball on the bench of the Chargers. It just happened to be where he was. It was kind of a silly penalty for most people watching, but he did say, "I can't put my team in that position." What did you think of that play, the call, and his kind of answer about that?
Well, again, I don't believe in taunting. I don't think he taunted either. I thought he was exuberant. I thought he threw the ball down. He's excited. We finally got something going. But the official interpreted it in his own way, and we have to live with it. We just got to show a little bit more composure, and I'm sure Darren feels the same way.
Is there any update on any of the guys that started the season on IR? They're now eligible to come back, like Jalen. I know his clock started, but
yeah, we're going to look at Jalen a little bit harder this week. He got his first duty last week in terms of being activated off IR. We think Keyshawn Nixon will show up and start to work himself back in tomorrow. But those are the 2 guys. Incognito is still a work in progress. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to update you other than that. But that's where we are.
You said you're still in the process of evaluating the injuries from yesterday. Is there concern some of those are long-term?
Yes, there is concern. And I don't want to break any bad news today, but certainly there is concern. And once we know something, I'm sure you'll find out as ASAP.
I'm sure you, like everyone else, saw Joey Bosa's comments after the game last night about Derek. It seemed like a cheap shot maybe to take at a quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't. Again, I got a lot of respect for Bosa. I know Derek does too. He's entitled to say what he wants, but we love our quarterback. We think he's having a hell of a year and going to continue to do so.
John, last week after a big win, you almost bemoaned, boom, going to go right back to a Monday night. Can there be an advantage this week? There's no time to lick wounds because short week, Bears are coming in. I'm sure your guys want to get back on the field as quick as they can.
You sound like our team psychiatrist. You really do sometimes. I like you. I like the questions you ask. Yeah, burn the film. Let's get ready for the next game. If you just listen carefully, there's a lot of teams in the league that feel the same way after every Sunday or Monday. Again, I'm going to reiterate the positive. I'm very proud of the way we came back. There was a strange night last night. We got beat by a good football team, a very good team, and they're going to prove that this year. But we got to just get back on the horse and get ready for the Bears because they're coming off a big win, and they need this just like we do.
Speaking of positives, the second half you had lost like your entire secondary, and it seems like you played fairly well in that area. How did you kind of piece that together, and what did you think?
Well, it's a credit to the guys, the players and the coaches. We've done it on offense too without Jacobs and Barber, and our guards go down, and we've had a lot of guys. You got to adapt, and you got to keep rolling. But I thought Teamer came in and played pretty good at nickel. I thought Amik Robertson did some good things at corner, and Nate Hobbs jumped outside. So guys step up. A lot of people step up when given the opportunity, and I'm really proud of those guys that did that last night.
That's good.
All right. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
All right, bringing it back now in studio, Vince Sapienza alongside Eric Allen. Eric, a lot to unpack in that somewhat brief press conference. The injury situation, Trayvon Mullen, Damon Arnett, Nate Hobbs, Derek Carrier, Peyton Barber, obviously Josh Jacobs, not 100% as we saw. But one of the things that we heard Jon Gruden talk about is the slow starts, and that has to be fixed. And he said some of the reasons and some of the fixes are obvious. For us that don't know, what are those obvious fixes to getting out to quicker starts?
Well, again, he wants to establish a running game, and that's what this offense is based on. That's what this organization on the football field is based on, establishing the running game. And without the running game, you're not going to be able to have those setup plays later on that kind of marry themselves to being able to play off the play action. So that's kind of the big thing right now, is finding a way to get this running game going. And I think sometimes you may have to break the tendencies, and instead of coming out and maybe 21 personnel, two backs and one tight end, or 12 personnel, you may come out with an empty formation and find a way to maybe motion the running back in and run the football. But that's what really we want to do. We want to be able to run the football, and if we can't run the football, we're going to continue to get these slow starts.
And on a day like today, coming off, a tough divisional loss in front of the world, essentially, on Monday night, the highs in the NFL can be high and the losses can be low. But this team has to remind themselves they went 3-0 against 3 teams who won 10 games a season ago.
Right.
So there's plenty of football still to go. I mean, is that the mentality that you have to have, especially on a short week?
Yeah, it has to be. You have to move on to the next game. But I am not in favor of burning this film and not watching this film, because you have to face this football team again this year and for years to come. It just seems like this organization, the Chargers, have really put together an outstanding quarterback. They have a really good defensive personnel, and the coaching staff seems to be really well prepared, unlike teams maybe in the past. So again, I understand you move on. It's a short week, get ready for the Bears, but the first opportunity you get, maybe the bye week or some time off, you need to really evaluate this film, figure out just how this football team was able to get ahead of us so fast and kind of keep the pedal to the metal on it. So again, you have to move on. Bears up next, obviously, but you can't burn this film. Really, you have to be able to learn from these situations that you were in on Monday night.
Don't burn the tape just yet, and stay with us here. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to look at the good we saw on Monday night, the offense, and maybe the best play Jon Gruden has ever seen. Stay with us.